Ubisoft officially announced the release date for the third and final episode of the Fate of Atlantis DLC. It will come out on July 16th. They also shared the first ever screenshot of the world that we will be exploring. We're gonna take a look at that. I also want to take a look at the weekly reset, what is Sargon selling, and maybe an item that you might have missed. So let's get into it. It would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video as it shows your support, and let's go. We are excited to reveal that the final DLC episode, The Judgment of Atlantis, will be available on July 16th. Get a first glimpse at Poseidon's realm with this exclusive screenshot. So this was what the official Assassin's Creed Twitter account posted. Of course, the name Judgment of Atlantis already gives it away that we will be going to Atlantis and interact with Poseidon. We of course already saw him in the launch trailer of the DLC and also in the second episode, but now we actually get to talk to him and explore this enormous world. And there seems to be way more going on looking at this new screenshot than in the other two episodes, where Elysium could totally feel empty when traveling between the locations, where the second episode was just dark and grim. This is a city, of course, so way more stuff on every square meter, apart from the water, of course. It really makes me think of Aten, the second afterlife in the Curse of the Pharaohs DLC from Assassin's Creed Origins, that was also very light and kind of tropical, just like this one. So will we forge the weapons here in Atlantis? Remember that trophy for this third episode that we discussed in my previous video? Hephaestus' apprentice forged the 3 legendary weapons, and we got the Hephaestus workshop icon. So in the previous video I speculated that it might be that we have to forge these weapons in the ancient forge, where we of course had to upgrade our spear of Leonidas. There are 3 weapon molds there that we did not really use. It's an Izu forge, of course, and this DLC is all about the Izu. There are a lot of connections, but many of you pointed out, and rightfully so, that Deimos' weapon was made here too, and we of course see the weapon mold of that weapon already, and that the other weapons, as I also pointed out in a previous video in February, are likely the mythical creature weapons. So that we will not go to the ancient forge, but likely have to forge the weapons in Atlantis instead. Of course, could be possible, otherwise we have to travel to the ancient forge all the time while we are in Atlantis, and that of course means a ton of loading screens. I did notice though that they made the forge a little bit lighter. It could just be me, but if I compare the footage that I shot like back in February and when I first entered the forge, then it was very hard to see like the pillars and the weapon molds. While if I go to the forge right now, it is way easier to spot it, and it of course depends on the time of day, but I still feel that they kind of improved this a bit, although I'm not 100% sure. The area around the potential weird door that is still closed is still dark, so I'm curious if something will happen to that door at all. And you by the way see the yellow question mark here again, and I'm like, what the heck is that about? Is something behind the door? But no, this was regarding the Bay of Nobody, so the arena where we fought Steropis. I already killed him, you saw me do that live, so I thought, okay, let's check that out, and maybe he has reappeared or something. I get close, and when I get close enough, I see him like fall dead in front of me. Okay, let's check out the corpse I fought, but I made the mistake to turn around, and then when I turned towards the body again, it was gone. So, a weird glitch. Again, not really sure what is going on. I thought maybe he respawned so I can take him out again, but no. When I also reloaded my save and tried to get to the corpse again, the question mark was there, but the corpse was nowhere to be found. I also wanted to highlight a new weapon that you can get right now in the Ubisoft Club section of the game. It's a staff, and we actually saw it way back in a monthly content video. I think it was the January video, where we see Cassandra holding it while wearing the Athena's Blessing set. So we first thought, oh, the pack must come with that staff, but no. Of course, it would be really weird if they added more legendary staffs to the game. The third episode of the Atlantis DLC is really the only option that is left for a new warrior staff. come on, Ubisoft, you can do it. But yeah, either way, this new staff was a random Ubisoft Club item all along. It was not connected to the Athena's Blessing set at all, and you can get it right now. Again, pay some of your units, and then it will appear in the game. You see me use it now against some Spartan soldiers for the current weekly bounty that has us kill 20 of these soldiers to Spartan leaders, and also destroy 10 resource crates from Sparta. So yeah, leader houses with resource crates can be nice, but also forts where sometimes leaders will be walking around. I tried to knock this leader off the cliff, but it did not work. The overpowerability of the staff though did the rest. And of course I'm using this staff only with the visual look, because you get it at level 5, it's a blue item, and of course it's a hunter staff, because every staff has to be for the hunters. Okay, enough about that, let's quickly touch on the weekly targets that we have to destroy. It's a ship, we already had it around the launch of Odyssey. It's in the bottom left corner of the map. Had some trouble on Nightmare because there were some other pirate ships around it. But in the end, I took it out in my second try. You saw it on stream. If you watched, of course, that weekly stream that I try to do here every week. It will not be here next week, but the week after that, I will return to the weekly schedule. You get this ship design if you did not destroy the ship before. It's a very cool one with Cerberus, so totally go get it, because it will take a while before you can get the ship design again. But if you destroyed the ship before, likely in October, just like me, then you only get the Orichalcum. And the Orichalcum can be nice to buy this week's Poseidon's Glory ship design that Sargon is selling. One of my favorite Helix store ship designs for sure is 80 Orichalcum. And the bracers from the shark pack are there as well. They are pretty nice. It's really up to you if you feel that it's worth it, just like for the ship design, of course, because you will not really need a ship design for the upcoming content, because if we look at the third episode of the Atlantis DLC, we will likely not be using our ship there, for example. And when we know even more about the upcoming content, then I will of course let you know here. So totally subscribe for everything on Assassin's Creed Odyssey if you haven't already. Like this video to support the channel. Check out my previous video on more info regarding the third episode that is coming up pretty soon. And I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!